I don't know about you, but I've heard this before. If you remember, in 2020, they talked about the same exact things, but they want you to believe now everything is going to change and be fixed.
And the work we have done together has been about so much I just talked about. It has been about defending workers' rights. It has been about expanding health care for more Americans, including dreamers. It has been about forgiving billions of dollars in student loan debt, including for many of the folks that we know, friends, relatives, who, again, have been burdened by that heavy debt.
So again, same old story. All she did was read from another page. Protecting workers' rights, coming from a woman who was part of the administration that shut down the entire country for 2 years, and millions of people lost their jobs. And how many lost their jobs because they refused to get the jab? And then they found out, wow, we shouldn't have done that. But by then, it was too late. And of course, they have to expand health care and protect it for millions of Americans, which they should do. But don't forget the dreamers. And by dreamers, she means what they call now newcomers, you know, the hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants who have come across our border. And of course, they have to forgive billions of dollars in student loan debt because people shouldn't have to carry that burden. You're kidding me, right? Who is paying for this, Kamala? I'm paying for it, you're paying for it, and the rest of the hardworking American people are paying for someone's college education because they shouldn't be burdened by that heavy debt. But don't forget this part where she goes on and on again from the same playbook.
And together, CHC, we must also reform our broken immigration system and protect our dreamers and understand we can do both. Create an earned pathway to citizenship and ensure our border is secure. We can do both, and we must do both. And while we fight to move our nation forward to a brighter future, Donald Trump and his extremist allies will keep trying to pull us backward.
That's right. Reform the immigration system. Something else that the Biden-Harris administration didn't do. Something else that Kamala Harris never even got involved in, although she was supposed to be in charge of the border. But she wants to create a clear pathway for citizenship, which is great because that's the way to come into our country. But she's also going to secure the border. You know, the border that the Biden-Harris administration opened up the day after they got into office and let, again, the hundreds of thousands illegal immigrants come into our country, gave them a plane ticket and sent them on their way, and no one knows where they were or where they were going. Seriously? It's the same story from the tired Democrat Party, and they think the American people are stupid enough to believe that this woman is going to change everything that she was involved in for 4 years. Because we all know Joe Biden made 0 decisions. And I'm quite sure Kamala Harris made 0 decisions. But she's talking about the same thing. She's talking about spending billions of dollars in taxpayer funds for health care for illegal immigrants, to pay off student loan debt for kids who don't even want to work. They went to school because their parents told them to get out of the house, either go to school or get a job. But the American people, the hard-working American people, have to pay for their student debt. Anybody considering voting for this party, you're the problem. I'm sorry, but I'll say it. You are the problem. How can you, with a clear conscience, vote this woman into office knowing that she's been there for almost 4 years and has done 0? And all they're talking about lately, we're going to turn the page, turn the page. What page and what book? It's the same playbook. All they're doing is changing some of the language, but it's the same bullshit that they did in 2020 that they want to do in 2024 and beyond. And that is do nothing but take care of immigrants, take care of people who don't want to work, and let the American people cover that tab. And she'll continue to send billions of dollars in taxpayer funds to other countries to fight wars. This woman has no idea what's going on. She is so out of touch with reality, and that's quite obvious because all they use as a campaign ploy is big celebrities, billionaires, vote for Kamala, save democracy. The Democrat Party killed democracy a long time ago, and they're just continuing on. They're doing the same thing that Barack Obama started, and it's never going to end if this woman gets elected to the White House.